Arlington and other municipalities statewide celebrated Indigenous Peoples Day Monday, October 9th. Hello, I'm Katie Chang.
And I'm Summer Maxwell. Thanks for joining us. You may recall Joe Biden was the first president to issue a presidential proclamation for this special day, which pushes back on the idea that Christopher Columbus discovered America and shines a light on the atrocities committed against Native peoples as European settlers moved to this continent.
ACMi News went to Albemarle Field in Newton, where thousands of people gathered to see and learn from Native Americans, representing the great tribal nations of the Caribbean, all the way north to Canada.
They told their story of profound resilience and survival. And even though they were denied their rightful place in many history books, they were there to set the record straight.
We have been, as a people, marginalized for many centuries. We were told we were extinct. At this point, we're telling the world that we, Taino in particular, because we were the first people to find Columbus lost at sea, and we were the ones who saved them from starvation.
Yes, it's important to me because I remember sitting in first grade in Puerto Rico and the teacher telling me that my people don't exist anymore. They were extinct. And also telling me that only 5% survived because chickenpox and other disease. And that was it. That was the history we learned. Until eventually I learned what really happened. And so it is important for us to be here and share who we are.
Celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day gives all Americans ample space to educate themselves and in many cases re-educate themselves on a much deeper level as adults about the atrocities that were committed against Indigenous peoples throughout our U.S. history. History that was barely even touched upon and in absolutely too many cases was never even taught in our middle school history class.
Anytime we get a chance to let the world know the Indigenous people from these various lands exist, we have a separate culture, and we have to coexist with the United States of America. And we can do that, but you have to understand that one time there was just indigenous people here. People often lose sight of that, but history is what it is. However, we still practice some of our culture and tradition from centuries to pass.
History is written, not to offend nobody, by the conqueror, the white man. And it is proven, science has proven that supposedly our people was extinct, the Taino people were extinct. But when they do DNA tests in Borinquen and in the Caribbean, 67% of people in the Caribbean still have indigenous DNA. That means we are not extinct. We're mixed, we are creolized people, we're mixed. So it's important to celebrate all that we are.
Our indigeneity, our collectiveness is what keeps us alive and what keeps us out there challenging and teaching people about who we were. And so people are starting to respond, and they're coming, and they want to show what they can do. They want to show our culture. And people are starting to respond positively, and we're very, very happy about that.
The change is happening, it's on its way. So we can learn from one another, and we have to work together for a unity of purpose. There's no other way.
The Newton celebration is now one of the largest in New England, and it's growing every year. This year's event hosted nearly 70 vendors, drawing members of tribes from across New England and beyond.